I'm a bit excited. I just got a delivery. It's a bit of a lame delivery, but it's a delivery nevertheless. I got a box. That box got delivered today. And it contains something that I desperately need. Because when I've been trying to cut my grass here, our fields, and it's been a bit tough going. Because my blades are completely and utterly shot on this machine here. And this is a Ferris IS3000. And it's a petrol one. I wish it was diesel, but it's a petrol one, unfortunately. And yes, I would like to replace it, but I can't afford to, so I can't. There you go. Anyway, this is like I say, it's a 61-inch cut, total width of cut. But at the moment, it's barely cutting that, to be honest, because it's leaving a strip in between the blades. Because effectively, the blades are too short. They're worn, desperately worn, badly worn. And here's an old one, just so I can show you. I won't be surprised, the ones that are on there are not much better than that. And as you can see, all the tips are gone. Yeah. So, I got a delivery. So let's do a bit of an unboxing, even though I've already unboxed it. And I'll show you what my blades are like for this machine. Let's just plonk you down there for a second. Let's bring you down a little bit. There you go. A bit of a mess in there. I need to sort this out. So this is what I got delivered. Yeah, it's not a unboxing really, is it? No. It's just me showing you what I got in my box. So, I've got my 3 blades. So there's 3 blades like this. These are copperhead blades. They're the same blades as I had before in this machine, which are very warm. But look at the thickness of them. Yeah, they're proper blades, proper mower blades. This is a commercial machine, you see. I bought this back in 2007, I think it was. Around 2007 we bought this machine. It might have been 2006. We bought it from new. With the collection system that I got through, it cost me 12 grand. So a lot of money. Back then, I'll say it was a lot of money. But I've got 3 blades, right? And the problem is, when you have 3 blades, that should be 21 inches long, but they're no longer 21 inches long. No, the old ones that are probably on this machine are a little bit shorter. They've lost all their tips. So what happens is, with this particular machine, and most 3-blade machines, the blades are a little bit staggered. They overlap a little bit. So one blade will mount slightly ahead of the next one. And the idea being is that they don't hit each other. Yeah? But they're overlapping a little bit. But the problem is when these tips go on the blades, they get a bit shorter, or they're not cutting properly on the tips, you're literally just knocking the grass over. So what happens is, it knocks the grass over one way, and then the other blades just knock the grass over that way, and you end up with strips of grass in between the blades are, and you end up with these long strips of grass, of uncut grass. So you have to go over again and again and again until you cut them. So it's very important that you have relatively good blades. So I've got some new ones, and I'm quite excited to see how effective they are, and we'll be fitting them soon. Not in this video, but in another video. So we'll put these blades over here for a second. Just also show you the arrangement of the blades on this machine, and I can do that by opening this cover. Now I haven't got any belt guards on here at the moment because they're a pain in the neck. They just fill up with grass, so I took them off. I don't put my fingers down there, all my feet down there, so it's generally a problem. Now, we've got this big old cover here, got to lift up, and in here we have, I'm using a gimbal at the minute, so it's a bit awkward. So I've got a series of pulleys, right? You've got drive pulleys that transfer power from one place to another, but the 3 cast iron pulleys, such as this one, that one there, but also this one over there as well, they've all got a blade mounted on the bottom of that spindle. So you've got the pulleys on the top of the spindle, and then the blade is mounted on the bottom. And that's driven by another pulley that happens to be mounted underneath this Kawasaki engine. Here. And so I think it's 26 or 27 horsepower, petrol twin Kawasaki. So we had a long while. It was being used commercially, you see, because part of our business we had in the UK was like complete maintenance of the building works and stuff like that. But we also had council contracts for garden grounds maintenance, and that's what we were using this machine for, along with various others, and it kept us busy. Yeah, that's a Ferris IS3000. So basically, the long story short is, if you're leaving strips of grass in between, so it looks like you're cutting your grass with 3 separate lawnmowers and you're leaving strips of grass in between them. It's because your blades are too short and they're no longer cutting the bit of grass which they would normally be overlapping. So your blade should look more like this chunky old thing here. This is a copperhead. What model is that again? That replaces one. No, it replaces the 510 1755 blade for the IS3000, the 61-inch cut. Should look more like that. Nice square tips. And not like that. No. Because that's knackered. But I have to admit, I'm a bit naughty because what I do is, instead of replacing the blades, because they're relatively expensive, well, these ones actually aren't too bad actually, but they are relatively expensive, but a lot of blades are, I get the welder out, you see. And what material gets removed when we use the lawnmower, gets worn off by hitting stones and stuff like that, I replace it with a bit of weld, rather than to grind the weld off. So I do that each time, make the blades last longer. And this, I think the set I've got on here has been on here nearly 2 seasons, which is quite long for one of these. Because it's cutting over 2 hectares of land it was. And yeah, it's a lot of work. Anyway, it's time for me to go, so to tell you now. But, would I recommend a Ferris 3000? Yeah, probably. For the right job. Unfortunately, my job isn't the right job for that machine. It's really great for doing verges and stuff like that because it's zero turn and they turn on a sixpence because they drive like a tractor, you see. But for doing large fields and stuff, I don't recommend it at all. It's the wrong type of deck for a start. You really need a topper. But that's not a topper. That's a finishing mower on there. So anyway, it's time for me to go. So I'm going to say to tell you now. And don't forget, boop the old like button, subscribe and all that. And then maybe, every time I upload another video, you might get a warm fuzzy feeling inside. Maybe. We'll see. Ta-ta.